What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast. Period.
Hi.
Man, what's up, man?
COVID. The numbers. That's what's up.
Oh my God. Did I read correctly that Georgia is like number one for like most cases in the country? Am I wrong?
I thought we were number 5.
No, we were part of the top 5, but I could be wrong. Honestly, I stopped counting because I know that I'm inside my shell. So it's just like, what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Honestly, it's no point in getting mad. It's so sad. But at this point, it's almost like you just gotta do what you gotta do because everything is opening back up. They shut down unemployment. Schools are opening back up. Like, it's real. And
yeah, I mean, technically nothing has, like, if we were to have gone back to the first week of March and then woke up today, nothing looks different.
No, it did for 5 minutes. We did have like global warming slowed down for 2 days, but
right. No, I'm talking about just in general. If we just pretend, like, if somebody just made us go to sleep and then we woke up, then we'd be like, "Oh, it's a pandemic."
Yeah, it's terrible.
So anyway, what's your week been looking like? I seen you slay light skinned Keyshia yesterday.
Hey, we went viral.
It did? Come on. What defines viral? Does that, like, is there a number for that?
My tweets been going viral lately. I feel like it's viral when it like reaches like 40,000 impressions or more.
Oh, call me viralisha then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't hard to go
My most
viral.
random tweets be going viral. I be like, I had like 200 followers.
My tweet of Santana went viral yesterday. It was a picture. It was a video of him twerking, like that little bend over.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a gospel song behind it.
Okay.
So everybody was like tripping off of it.
I never followed Santana before. Like, only time I really would see him is on like stuff that would go viral or whatever the case is. But he was on Lip Service recently, and it was such a good episode. I like him. He got a nice personality.
Yeah, no, Santana. I've met Santana a few times. We talked through social media before, like before he got popping. But like we run into each other all the time, and we just be having conversations. Like, he's such a cool person. We were talking about, like, one time I was talking to him at this after hour spot, and he was there, and he was just saying how like he used to live in Atlanta at one point, and before he was living on Washington Road, and nobody told him that it was the hood. And he was saying,
boy,
like,
Washington Road ain't that bad, but I feel ain't that bad.
To whose standards?
What part? By the Piggly Wiggly?
I don't know. All of it's bad to me.
I mean, I
Everybody
wouldn't
that I
live
know
there
that lived on
myself,
Washington Road used to get robbed. Like,
true. You know, when I think of hood, for real, it's gonna sound foolish, but I think about how it look. I forget. I mean, I be assuming the robberies happen.
Washington Road looks bad.
It do. You know what's funny? I was on Campbellton yesterday, and I had got some gas. And tell me why my bank called me. They was like, "Did you authorize this transaction?" I'm like, "Sweetheart, I lived here all my life, with an exception of the last 6 years."
They ain't know all your transactions probably say your side of town. So,
and I think that's what it was, because after I got gas, I went to Raw Sushi, and I only spent like $1 because they have that half birthday program, so you get a $20 gift certificate every like 6 months after your birthday.
Yeah.
So I only spent like $1, but I remember when I worked at Apple, because that's where a lot of people come to do fraud. If people had went to the gas station before coming to the Apple store, like, those type of transactions don't normally align. And especially with me being in an area that probably has a lot of fraud activity, and then going to an area where it's like, people from Campbellton Road ain't going to Raw Sushi is probably what they say. So I don't know, but it's just funny because I've actually had my card used without my authorization, and they didn't call me. So, like, why I had to be Campbellton of all places. But anyway, so yeah, that was up. So but yeah, I like him. I really do like how he is, making a name for himself and other like male gay rappers, because I feel like there was always a male gay rapper that was trying to like make it into the scene, but it's obviously a barrier because people don't want to accept it, or people don't like their personality. And one thing about Santana, he is everything that people claim they didn't want.
Yeah.
And
he's a dark-skinned male with a beard that wears makeup, nails, and skirts.
Okay.
So that's definitely something that, and it's what's so crazy is that people can't deny his talent, because his music is actually really good. Like,
point blank. Yeah, it is, and they needed somebody like him, honestly, because I think that eventually there will be more. I know that's what Bobby Lights was trying to do. There's been a couple others. I mean, I feel like people more and more accepting to people like Young and May because she's a woman. But
Yeah.
I like Santana for real. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. I like that the music industry is opening up the doors for like more people to be themselves and different type of people. There's a girl that just recently got signed to RCA named Mars, and I just work with her. She's working with Timbaland on a few things, which I'm excited about because I always say that it's so crazy that people don't try to go back and work with these people that made like huge R&B bangers back in the day. Like that, I feel like that is what's missing from the radio. It's not necessarily the style of singing, it's just the music is not something that's going to stick forever. And I feel like those producers and those writers from back in the day, that's who you need to be working with because they can give you an updated sound, but it's definitely gonna be a song that whatever. But anywho, I said that
want hits that stick
like grits. But I said that to say that she is a lesbian, but she's like a butch lesbian, like how Young and May is, but she is a singer, an R&B singer.
I like it,
and she sounds.
Come on, Amanda Perez.
Good. Oh my God.
Really? Actually, I hope that wasn't problematic of me saying that. But
Amanda Perez. Oh yeah, I forgot about Amanda Perez. No, but she honestly, but you know what though? It seems like it'd be okay for people to do stuff that ain't black. I ain't trying to shade her or nothing.
Is Mars black?
Mars is black.
Also
Mars
Amanda Perez was
skin,
not singing about women, even though she had that look. She wasn't singing about women. I feel like they try to tailor her as like a tomboy more so than a lesbian.
And you know what's so crazy? They always do that. Look at Missy, look at Da Brat, look at all these people. Missy is never like confirmed that she was gay though.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, shoot, it feel like up until last year, Queen Latifah didn't either.
Queen Latifah, look.
I mean, and had she really? We just seen her out with the person that we alleged that she was with.
No, I don't think she's ever like came out. But let me tell you something. Randomly, imagine me like just minding my business at Compound one night and Queen Latifah just walk in.
Hey, that's a legend, baby. You
what?
want my seat?
I was like, what? She came for Amaya's birthday. Amaya had a little section at Compound. So Queen Latifah showed up, Ryan Destiny, all them just pulled up. But
oh my God, Ryan Destiny is so beautiful. Jesus Christ. It's like
look perfect.
Yes, it's so I remember when I first saw her on Star, and I'm like, oh my God, who is this girl? Jesus.
She is so perfect. Like
she is. You got anything for Shop Talk?
Yeah, I do actually. I've been getting kind of frustrated with this Megan Thee Stallion thing. About and like they're bringing it's just every day people try to like make it seem like she's lying or just trying to take away from what she had going on, and it sucks that she had to even go on social media today to show her gunshot wounds on her feet because people didn't believe that she really got shot.
Oh, and people still was like, these don't look like gunshot wounds.
Yes.
Even though there was an actual hole on her foot.
That was sewn up. Like, I don't get that.
I think people's issue is that because we have social media now and celebrities are so accessible, they expect us to have us filled in on their information. So because she has not come out and was like, this is what happened, this is who shot me, this is how I felt, blah, blah, blah. People like, oh, she must be lying. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, it would have been just like, oh my God, this has happened to such and such. And then they have like an exclusive interview where they finally open up and talk about it. But now it's like, y'all said it happened. We deserve to know.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, it's her story. She doesn't have to explain anything to anybody. And sad to say, when you're in Hollywood, when you have exclusive stuff like that, as far as like stories that revolve things like what Megan is going through or baby pictures of your kids or stuff like that, realistically, it's kind of hard to keep your kids out of the media. But a lot of parents do it. And the only way they'll either sell the story to a company is if they paying the right amount of money. So that's probably what she's doing because they know that the story is really big. It's either that or she just can't speak on it for legal reasons, or maybe she just don't want to.
And that's what I was thinking, that it was more so because originally Tory Lanez wasn't getting charged with assault for her being shot. And they even said that she had her feet cut on glass. And it might have been what she told him. Who knows? I don't know. But I know they did upgrade his charges. So it's clear something is going on. And I remember her friend, what's her friend named not Megan. What's her other friend's name? Kelsey was like kind of agreeing with the fans saying that Megan needs to like clarify that Kelsey didn't shoot her. Like she was kind of saying like, Okay, so
Yeah, it made me feel like Kelsey had something to do with it because I haven't seen her with Kelsey. They still follow each other, but I haven't seen Megan like around her for real. So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, well, Megan made a statement around the sense of like I can't trust none of my friends, or I saw who my real friends were.
Yeah.
But who knows? Because this is obviously none of us know. But it makes me wonder, like, how did for her to be her best friend? Was it something that could have been triggered because of an action, or maybe they was taking sides, or maybe they didn't react fast enough? Who knows? But I do hope that she, that we get to find out the truth. Technically it's not none of our business, but so much of it has become our business. So it's like, just kind of put this to rest, because what if it's not Tory? Like, he done lost stuff because of this. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Which I doubt that it wasn't him. But I'm just saying, like, the speculation doesn't help either.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It didn't help either. She was with Asian da Brat this weekend who got into a really bad car accident.
They said they was in the handicap section.
I just didn't understand why they went out, because I mean, we're already in a pandemic, so I mean that's kind of awkward. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I haven't been in a club during this pandemic, but I definitely wouldn't post it, for one, just because I do have clients and stuff like that, even though I am safe around them. But
it just doesn't look good for business practice.
It doesn't. It you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even post it, but I guess when you're that big of a celebrity, you can't hide it. So pictures are gonna come out anyway. But it was just crazy. Megan in the club with her foot wrapped up. Asian doll sitting in the section holding a bottle of Douce and wings with one arm in a sling, and she got napkins under her wig because she bleeding. I said, "Girl,
oh, I didn't even see that part."
Oh my God, it's like napkins under her wig on the side, child.
Okay, that's doing too much. And the only thing I can imagine how that conversation could have went was like, "Girl, you creeping tonight? Let's go." You feel like, and the night after they was with her, Asian Doll and Akbar was at the club, people were on the social media talking about just Megan being too friendly and not having discernment for the type of people that she's around. Do you feel like she kind of like being too friendly?
Yeah, I don't think that she's being too friendly. I think that she's just trying to live her life normal. Like, I think that people just said that because it was with Akbar, and they know that she always starts stuff with rappers, unfortunately. But I don't even think it was a situation when they were hanging out. I just think they were in the same spot at the same time, and then they shot, did a little Snapchat video.
Yeah, because Future was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, and from what I saw, she was just with Kellen and Asian Dog, and these are people, because she's from Texas, both of them from Texas, so they know each other from there. But I think I don't know, I don't know.
I get why people say that though, because even in the past several months, people see her with different men, and obviously she can do what she wants to do. But typically, celebrities, they be kind of like standoffish to other people. I don't know. Honestly, I can't even. I'm a regular girl who works a job and pays bills, so I actually don't know anything. So, so I wanted to give a congratulations to Keyshia and Gucci Mane.
Period. Little baby Guwap.
I remember one time, Gucci and Keyshia had this like photo shoot on his yacht, and Keyshia had a birth control patch, and it aligned with me because we on the same birth control. And so now that she's pregnant, I'm like, oh, she must took the patch off. So I just want to congratulate her, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, I think they're such a cute couple. I don't really idolize celebrity couples, but I feel like they really do stay out the way. Yeah. They might not have been out the way in the beginning, but since Gucci done been out, they've been, on the up and ups.
I don't idolize celebrity couples like that either, but I do like I like real free spirit relationships, but I really like Chanel Iman, and I don't know if they're married, so I don't want to say her boyfriend or husband. I don't know if they're married or not, but I think that they're a really cute couple, and only because I love when people stay out of the media with their family.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the fact that Khalees, I've never seen her child before. Neither one of them.
Pregnant? Who's she pregnant by?
Exactly.
I'm on my Lauren London. He had a whole baby. We was like, what?
Yeah. So
I agree. I feel like people can be private if they really wanted to, but I think that being a celebrity is kind of natural for them to just want attention off of every little move they make because it's something that comes to them naturally. And if they're doing something and it's not getting attention, they're just like, hello, look at me, baby in my oven.
So I don't know much about this situation, but maybe you can fill me in if you know about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this Celina Powell and Trey Songz situation? Because from what I saw,
is that that's what this is all about? Celina Powell?
Somebody told me that the girl, I don't know these people, so I don't know. But this is Celina Powell saying that this happened, that he is very violent and abusive and aggressive, which I've heard plenty of times, and everybody keep bringing these videos up. Then they saying that that his mentor was R. Kelly, so that probably got something to do with it. Which I'm like, girl, y'all can't say that. But
yeah, people are different people around certain folks. So I didn't know it was Celina Powell, and not that doesn't change my opinion, but you know she does have a history for making up stuff. Yeah. Now I don't want to assume she's lying about this, but there, like you said, there have been people who've spoken out about Trey Songz and his actions and things like that. You know, he's been on his whole Radical for Christ movement lately. So people probably, you know, kind of overlooked it for a while. But I will say I'm not educated enough on the topic. So what exactly is she saying happened?
Okay, so I have it pulled up, and you say he on his Radical for Christ.
Well, he just been calling out like a lot of racists and stuff. I don't literally mean for Christ, but
I'm like, wait, what? Because I'm like, that's like the pattern of stuff, and it seems like every time somebody get accused of some shit like that, they always do that, especially black people. Because look at Chris Stokes. Anywho.
Or let's look at LaToya Luckett's husband. Are they married? When that girl came out talking about she got videos of him having an affair, and he started making all these posts about Jesus and this too shall pass.
Oh yeah,
speaking in tongues on social media.
So she got Lisa Bloom involved. I'm starting a major sexual harassment trial Monday morning, so I would be a little less available than usual. I'm bringing in a group. Hold on.
Lisa Bloom made the statement.
Yeah, this was an email to her.
Okay.
Trey Songz been paying bitches off for doing them foul as fuck. Continue with your godly adventures. Anywho, it was going up on Twitter because the girl was like, come over here so I can eat your ass.
I saw that, and she was using the N-word.
Yeah. I'll be hoping stuff like this isn't true, just for both parties, just because realistically, even if you did it, you definitely need to be penalized. I think that we all know right from wrong, and whether or not, I hate to always not use mental illness as an issue or as a part of it, but realistically, I think that mental illness isn't something that you don't know that you have. So if you know that you have a problem, or you feel as if you have issues going on in your head and things that you need to deal with, you should at the least try to, help yourself. And then also, this type of stuff that happens to people, they be scarred for life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things change the way that people move. Like, even those girls in that interview when she said she had had fucked 7 dudes and all the other shit. Allegedly, when she was younger, she was abused and beat on by some guys. So,
you know what? It's interesting you say that, because when I saw her speaking so proudly about that, like, obviously I'm here for liberation. Do what you want to do. I really am. Like, if she want to smash 7 dudes, that's her business. But I do wonder, is that just because she's just free like that, or did something cause her to just not care enough about like herself to be put on Front Street like that?
Yeah. So I'll be thinking, like, stuff like that happens to people, and it just turns them into different people. So it's terrible. And I think that people react from their trauma. Like, even with me, sometimes I have to kind of check my stuff, because I definitely had some traumatic things happen to me before. Not too bad, thank God, but some, even the small things to me, like something that people would say to you or whatever, it does make a negative effect on me as an adult and how I move and how I treat people. So sometimes I have to just check myself. But I don't know. Like, I really want to get more on this story just so I can see. I don't want to make no wrong move, if you will.
Yeah. So, honey, well, it's just a shame that, honestly, I think people need to realize aside from this situation, but there are a lot of people who are dealing with like sexual demons. Like they have no self-control.
Yes.
And it really annoys me when anybody comes out and says that they were sexually abused or assaulted in some kind of way, and then people want to blame the victim. But I need people to realize that there are people who are literally addicted to sex. It might be a trendy thing for people to say in their relationships, oh, I gotta have da da da. There are people who do not want to earn it. They want to take it, and they don't care how it looks or how it makes somebody feel. And it can be the coolest person in the neighborhood, your most admired singer. People have it's just like if somebody kills somebody and you be like, oh, he don't even look like a killer. There are killers. There are sex. You know what I'm saying? It's just like don't it's not about how you look. It's that these kind of people exist. It's just like we could all have friends and they'll do something crazy and you be like, well, she always been a little crazy, but to you she was the funny friend, she was the cool friend, she all did it. But people have things about them that are not out in the open because they know it's wrong, but they still are kind of like trying to fulfill that hunger, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's weird as fuck.
So navigating from the stealing sex thing, which is not okay. I've been following City Girls on their media run they've been doing for Pussy Talk and their most recent project that came out, and they was talking about like what they pussy talk. And that's been something they've been doing on Twitter. But people been saying crazy stuff like, oh, this pussy talk, French manicures, Pepsi, and stuff like that. But it really did make me wonder, like, not wonder, but it made me like look at myself like, what is a must have? And not that my pussy gotta talk, but like, but like, what is the need to have? Now, so I want to open the floor to you, Draco, and ask you what your body talk. I don't want to choose for you.
I mean,
like what? Like somebody like
I'm the type of person where I don't really like to switch it up. I mean, it is what it is. This is the name of their song, so it's giving pussy talk. That's what we're giving.
Okay.
So I would have to say, I am a person, and I'm very proud of myself because I have become a person that has valued things that I didn't value before, as far as like stability, how important it is to have savings, how important it is to have good credit, and in my head, I feel like I'm late in the game, but I mean, it is what it is. At least I'm tackling it now. So all around, I said that to say my pussy talk stability. I ain't even gonna when it comes to me dating right now. Of course, I want to date somebody attractive, somebody who has a little style, somebody who's open-minded. I'm very open-minded, especially when it comes to like food. Like I love to eat, but even just hanging out and stuff like that. But realistically, it's about stability. I feel like I just been running into people who can't do for themselves. Like in the
God, I've been realizing that.
It's so annoying. It's like, and it almost makes me feel like I never want to enter a situation where I feel like I'm mistakenly stunting on somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
I don't want it to be like, because in my head, I'm not doing that. I'm literally just doing what I love to do and getting paid for it and just living my life how I want to live it. You know, and I feel like everybody should do that. But I don't want to come in a situation with nobody. And it's like, I'm over here literally living my life how I see fit. And then you a flow walker. So,
okay. You know what? Just to add a little a Q-tip in that. Sometimes when I be on Twitter and I be talking about stuff, I be like, "Am I bragging?" But I feel like it's only bragging to somebody who's not like, you know.
I literally only talk to you about certain things, especially when it comes to like my credit and finance and stuff like that, because people either look at it as I'm bragging or they look at me as food. So they'll be like. So I just kind of keep it to myself unless I'm talking to you or my friend Malik. I'll be like, and it's so crazy. Like people will literally be like, well, I got this going on. You think you can help me? No.
That's exactly how it is. I was just talking about this the other day in the past because I've always been super independent. And every time I would meet a dude or I would be in a relationship, because I'm so independent, it either makes it to where they don't put in any kind of effort for stuff or they try to find out how they can take a piece of my pie. And I like my own pie.
Yeah.
I actually bake the pie.
We can share a slice every now and again. But
no, we can't. You gonna buy the groceries for the pie? The ingredients? But I just be thinking sometimes, like when you are around a lot of people who are not like making your put the talk, then they're gonna be like, oh, she must be bragging. But anyway, okay, so like how important, like is money really important? Like, do you really think that like obviously we talk about on the podcast all the time about like being stable, being with somebody who has money, like have their stuff together. But like, is that really important to you? Like, and when it comes to things that it just kind of describes like quality of life, like how important is money in comparison to like.
Honestly, I live in the U.S. You can't really do anything if you don't have money. And I know people like to look at that as being negative, like, oh, you should making money your priority. But realistically, if you want to live how you want to live, you got to have some type of money, like for real, because realistically, if you don't, then I don't want to be one of those people that living in the woods. Like I want to.
Okay.
I'm carefree. Yes, I'm free spirited. I like to do what I want to do, but realistically, like that comes with me living how I want to live and doing what I want to do. And honestly, that stuff ain't free.
It's not.
And I hate and I've been struggling. I've been struggling for a long time. Like in certain situations. So it's like now that I'm not in a place where I don't have to struggle. I don't know. Like, I just feel like it is very important to have that. And I would rather have a partner that at the least is able to do for himself, at least on the road to doing something for himself. Because I feel like I run into people who don't even know what they want to do. And that's friendships and relationships. So it's like, that's what I mean when I say stable. Because it's like, I know everybody's not going to have it together. And I'm not expecting that. But you ain't even on the right track of doing it. Like, dang, it's different when you doing the work and it's not really being lucrative for you, but you literally trying and you literally getting up doing what you like to do, even though it's not really make you no money. You probably got a little side job on the side or whatever, but you just focused on what your end goal is. I can respect that. I can be around that. I can be with that because maybe it'll be it. I feel more comfortable with helping you. Because I'm like, I see you trying to do this. Maybe if you did it this way, or maybe I know this person that can do that. But I think people look at it as like an opportunity, like, oh, I'm finna sell wigs tomorrow. When I buy these wigs come in, give it to your clients. Baby, they don't know nothing about that. These people on TV and all these type of things, they're not finna buy no synthetic wig from you that's gonna melt when they try to color it. And then I'm gonna look crazy. Cause
you don't lost your job because you doing too much.
That's what I'm saying. I'm doing too much. I'm like, look, my folks got the wig plug over here. They got these wigs.
They haven't.
See, I hate that. I don't like that. I don't.
How long though are you willing to stay down for the come up? Because I feel like when is how long? Like, okay, I think for me, I don't have a lot of patience when it comes to growth. And if I see you working on something and you are ambitious, sometimes that is a little bit of a turn on that buys time. Like if I can tell that you're passionate about it, I can stay down for the come up. But like, how long am I gonna wait for you and this sofa making business to take off? Like, how long are you willing to give?
I don't know. I don't want to put a time limit on it because just me watching Insecure, just seeing how
nobody could have predicted that.
Lawrence had came up. I mean, we couldn't have predicted it, but realistically, Lawrence was a little lazy in the beginning.
He was very lazy, and sometimes I feel like people have to be broken up with to get their life together.
Oh yeah, for sure. That happened with my ex. We broke up, and he definitely got his life together.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. I mean, even for myself, I'm always doing well in relationships, but I swear when you break up with somebody, it's like it put a whole different kind of drive in you. I'd be ready to move to another country. I'm like, let go to Afghanistan.
Alicia.
But for real, I really be thinking, it's like I always have the drive, but like now I really want to be drastic. Like I want to change my hair color. Just do something that I just wasn't
do that anyway, because that's just how I am.
Period. For me, I would say, like I know I talk about stability and stuff. To me, if you have money problems, I just don't want it to be obvious to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want your level of responsibility and stability to be to a point where I can just assume that you doing just as well as I am. Now, obviously, I don't want to be one of those things where it come out later on down the line that you owe $25,000 because of all this. But I just mean like I don't want to be able to count your pocket. Like I feel like I've been in relationships where a guy is like, I had a guy literally ask me for tuition money to pay for tuition because he was on academic probation at school. We went to the same school, and they and they basically took off his financial aid. So he had to pay out of pocket if he wanted to keep going to school. Mind you, I just met this dude. Like, we had been talking for a couple weeks and really wasn't even like serious because he was so goddamn insecure. It was so annoying. But anyway, it was Christmas time that we had started talking, and he was like, what you gonna get me, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't opposed to getting him a gift. Like, it wasn't that deep. But he was like, yo, I mean, really, you only gotta do that. You can just put some money on my tuition. I'm like, okay, hold up.
What you mean? Like,
my name ain't Salome, baby. It was just so weird. But turns out he was really broke, like broke. Like, oh my God, like sleeping on somebody's sofa broke. And it's like, I know we were in college, but I've never been a broke college student. So it was just tough for me to just like envision.
Can't relate.
See, I just was always working a bunch of jobs, but the thing is, he just gave broke. He always like, it's so crazy because his previous girlfriend was a pharmacist. Like, she was doing very well. And I was on my FBI search. I found her Twitter, and I was finding out stuff. And it just was like, wow, this dude really is a bomb. And he was with her for so long. And I'm trying to understand, like, how in the world she tolerated somebody like that. But anyway, his brokenness just showed. And to me, it's just like, there's no stay down to come up with for something like this. It's like, I can't. Have you ever had to ask a dude?
Did you answer yours? Like, what did your pussy talk?
Thank you for holding me accountable. Mine's talk common sense. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be able to put two and two together and not be relying on me for like intellectual stuff. Does that make sense? Like, some people I need somebody who can be a critical thinker on the fly. Okay, it talks common sense. It talks.
I'm not a critical thinker on the fly. I have to think about stuff for a minute before I say.
Yeah, but sometimes it be stuff going on. It be like, why you didn't think about it? Like, why would you leave the refrigerator sitting open? In my mind, when the refrigerator sitting open, Georgia Power knocking on my brain. Like, hey, there go 15 more cents. I don't like that. Okay, mine talk well dressed. Okay, and I don't just mean I could throw like you ain't gotta know how to dress to be well dressed. Like, I ain't talking designer. I'm talking about you not wearing packed t-shirts. Okay,
it be some dudes out here that be fine with the packed t-shirts and the Vans though.
Not them things. No, it's all about. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The ones where the collar be curled under because they were supposed to air dry it and not tumble dry it.
Okay. Yeah,
exactly. And it talk long-term goals. I need somebody with a retirement plan. Because I feel like they're expecting us to work to what, 65, 55? I don't know, but I'm 31 and it ain't that much longer until I reach retirement age. So if you working and I'm working and you ain't got nothing built up for when it's time to work, that means you're going to be still working when I'm sitting at home working on something else. You get what I'm saying? I need a long-term goal. And I think a lot of people forget about like the idea of retirement. And to me, I don't want to, I've had coworkers who were twice my age and I'm just like, this can never be me ever. One day I'm going to stop working and I'm going to still have some money coming in and you're going to be still working.
I think about that all the time. Like, at what age am I going to retire doing makeup? I'm 31 and I'm loving what I do. I've been doing it for 10 years, but I'm like, is 45 a good number? But then even around that time, I would probably just do movies because it's like chill.
Are there senior citizen makeup artists?
Listen, there's some old makeup artists. They're so snooty and mean, but they be older. They be doing like movies and stuff. They work on like Paramount Films, Tyler Perry Films. They make some good money too.
That's good.
They just work long hours. They don't have no free time to do nothing.
Yeah, well, I guess at that point they've been doing it so long they don't even care. Yeah, so to me, I don't want to work past retirement age. Like, and I hope that I'm able to secure another stream of income that can replace my primary income, to where I can start working even sooner than that. But I cannot being with somebody who does not have a retirement plan really is unattractive to me. Like, it's just like, so you're just gonna work until you 101? Like, what exactly do you think you're gonna be doing?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
I'm gonna be working till I'm 94.
Go
Still
ahead,
doing eyebrows.
Okay, we better wear a back brace now.
All right, you take that so far.
So, all right. So anyway, I remember a time that I was in a relationship with somebody, and I remember literally asking him, like, "What do I have you around for?" Like, I was having issues with my car, and there was certain stuff going on where I just was like, I did not necessarily I couldn't look out for myself, but if my car stopped working. And this was before Uber. Like, what you want? You think I'm finna get on the train? Like,
what be going on?
Okay, so anyway, my point is like, have you ever had to ask somebody for something in a relationship and they couldn't deliver?
Listen,
And I ain't talking about rent. I'm talking about like something that just came up and it's like, so we just gonna be sitting here looking stupid at the light.
I think that, and this is no shade, I think my friends scarred me for asking people for stuff, because I would literally suffer and don't ask somebody for nothing, and they be looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Like, why won't you ask me to do that? And it's because I just have too much pride. Like, I've had situations where I've asked people for stuff and they threw it up in my face. They told people about it, like stuff that was very private. So I think now I'm just like, I feel like in my head, I'm like, I know how people roll, so let me just not.
I don't like that. See,
I don't
no,
like it either. So I've never been in it. I don't want to say now. I'm trying to think of a time, but realistically, I don't even be asking, because I'll figure it out. I'm
yeah, no, I feel you. So my particular situation, my car had broke down, and of course, the first person I call is the dude I'm talking to, because I'm thinking like, I don't know what I'm expecting him to say, but it's gonna be something calming, and I got you. I ain't get that. And
oh
so,
my God.
obviously, if that happened today, I would call roadside assistance. I would call, I would do something, but I would call my man first. Like, it wouldn't be like, so even if I got in a car accident, I probably would call my man first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he'd be like, dang, shawty, that's messed up. Don't get you a dang shot that's messed up. Exactly. So I'm like, what I got you around for? Time is hard. I get it, but that just taught me to put my barriers where they need to be at. Like, I don't need nothing from none of these dudes. But if something happens to where I can't necessarily help myself in that moment, I don't want to feel like, why did I call you? Like, I've had a dead battery before, and I called the dude, and he just like, all right, well, let me know what you end up doing. What I'm end up doing is blocking you.
At this point, well, I never even thought about that.
Oh, it must be nice.
But I also don't be in a lot of relationships or situationships, so.
Oh, me either.
I be in entanglements, child.
No, I feel you. But even then, though, so if you entangle with somebody, you don't expect them to be able to look out for you if you had to? Because what do you, if y'all was just
a party, girl.
So what's the benefit besides the entangling?
That's it. We just entangled up.
But I bet you they be wanting a gift if it's their birthday or if it's a holiday.
I don't got it.
Okay. Say less. Okay, cool. Have you ever been a sugar daddy to somebody? Like a paymaster in a sense?
Never been a paymaster, but I will say that I do be feeling bad about certain things. I've given people like gas money, like people I was talking to, I gave them gas money. I gave them money to get food plenty of times. I'll go buy them food. Like I actually don't have a problem with it. I was just talking about this yesterday or this morning, but since I don't go to church, I consider paying my tithes, giving back to homeless people and people that in need.
That's what you consider giving tithes?
Yeah, because
let me ask God if he's accepting that.
Only because I feel like this is actually going towards people that actually need it. Mm-hmm. And even if they don't spend it on things, because let me tell you what happened. Let me just tell you the full story. We ended up going to East Atlanta Village, me and Zay, and we were getting food from this Thai place. We thought that was, that was open, but it wasn't. She was in front, and don't laugh, but she had said,
hold on, who is she?
It was a homeless lady.
Okay, got it.
And she stopped us and she said, before I ask you for this money, I want you to know that yes, I am a crackhead, but I'm a human being first. And honestly,
she took the guilt right on out.
my first reaction was laughing, because I'm like, why would you say that? But realistically, I'm like, dang, that was kind of deep. Like, she for real, she dead ass for like
finesse 101. That is kind of creative though.
Yeah, she a human being. So I'm like, you know what? I drink from time to time and all this other stuff, whatever. I don't let it control me, but everybody has their vices, so I can't like.
I don't have a vice. Next question. Maybe it's ice cream. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Your vice is ice cream, but I mean, whatever you do, I'm trying to help you out. So if you do something other than help yourself out with this money, that's on you. But I'm just giving it to the streets. I don't want to. I'm not trying to fund a private plane from a mega church. So,
okay.
Sorry, Greenleaf ruined me.
No, okay.
But no, I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't believe in the church. I'm just saying that's what I consider paying my tithes. Like I get it.
Look, I was just joking. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I used to feel like super generous with the homeless, and I'm getting back around to it. But I definitely used to have. You heard that?
No, what was it?
I guess somebody will open the other door, but it sounded like they were opening mine. But I definitely used to have moments where I'm like, because I knew people was buying
That was
drugs.
God. That was God because He told you to start back giving them money to these.
He opened one door, closed another. But no, I used to be like, because I seen them buying drugs. I used to feel like I remember, for example, when I was little, my mama would make store runs for our neighbor and would get her cigarettes. And so people would be telling her, like, you need to stop getting cigarettes for her because it's killing her, blah, blah, blah. And she kind of felt guilty about it, but at the same time, she's just like, you know, if I don't do it, somebody else gonna do it.
Yeah.
And for me, I just felt like I was aiding a habit, and I don't want to be the reason for it. Now, I know it's not necessarily going to be my fault, and I don't know exactly what they're going to do with my money, but it did turn me away from like wanting to help. So I would give money to people I can tell are in a need, or I just try to use my best judgment to be like, you know what, here you go. I'm gonna look out for you for that.
Yeah. But I said it out to. I haven't been a sugar daddy or no. What do we call her?
Sugar baby.
No, I've been at
Fat chaser, paymaster.
Paymaster. But I definitely giving people money like this if they need it. I've slowed down though.
Man, in my younger days, like when I was like fresh out of high school, early college, I was very green to like how people can be. Like I've definitely paid for a dude that I broke up with gas money, number one. I have paid for a dude Greyhound bus for him to come back and break up with me. Let me tell you something for real. It's so crazy because I try to use my best judgment, and I used to think that because I was a good person, they would know not to use me. I wouldn't let my pussy talk though. I'm just playing, but I have done it. I would do certain things. I would like buy stuff, and I would just keep. I remember one time when I was about to graduate from high school, and I was about to apply for college, and I let my ex-boyfriend or boyfriend at the time talk me into using my college application money to buy some lunch for him and his brother. And I don't even, it's so, I look back, I'm like, Alicia, you would literally never, ever do nothing like that. But I remember I did it, and then I was like, hey, that was my money to pay for college application. He was like, don't you try to blame that on me. And now looking back, gather, don't play with me. I ain't spending my dollar on nothing or nobody. I'm selfish with it. It's all mine, even if I have a whole family.
Oh my God.
I'm just playing, but no, it's just so crazy. I just was so green to it. And I know that now looking back, I know that I was being used, but it took me to realize like you can't even just be that giving. You just gotta have some discernment, honey. And I ain't have discernment at all.
So keep my money in my pockets. Okay, cool.
Basically, so my personal opinion is, just you just gotta. I mean, you can't always be right every time. Just have good judgment. You know what I'm saying? And that just is what it is. I mean, when it comes to these relationships, I think you should stick to your core values, your core demands, your non-negotiables. But before you get that involved with somebody, make sure it's what you're okay with before you regret it. Because you can't take a body away. I mean, you can if you want to, but you can't.
I'm a green niece.
Period. So what you got coming up?
Just work. I've been working. It's been a lot. I've been trying to be more social, even though we're doing this damn pandemic. But I've been talking about this for weeks now. Me working with RCA, so they've been inviting me to a lot of events. So I've been trying to like schedule my clients around that, so that way I'm able to attend these events because I never go. So I feel like I need to get to know these people a little more outside of work, just because these positions, I think that what people don't realize is that's why I don't get to the hype of people in their work all the time. Like I definitely admire people's work, especially for a talent, but it's a little bit more than that because it's all about who you know and it's about word of mouth. If you're not a good worker, or if you got a bad reputation, or just generally if nobody's feeling you or feeling your vibe, then you just not gonna keep the job.
Yeah. So it's more than just what you can do. It's just like how you are.
It's more than your talent. Talent is literally only like 40% of the 40% of it. Maybe 30. Like it's all about professionalism and just your professionalism as far as like I don't even keep my room clean that much. Like I'll be so on and go.
Shame on you.
But my makeup kit and my work bags are immaculate every time. Like every time I put up to my clients, they like, damn, like your shit is so neat.
And that's a shame that that's something that stick out, because you would think anybody dealing with someone's skin or a cell of the body, they would always be pristine with stuff like that.
Yeah, I show off my kit all the time on Instagram, and everybody's like, how the fuck do you keep it that neat? And I'm like, it took a minute because my kit used to be really messy, but I've noticed that me just pulling back from artists that I look up to and I'm looking at their kits, I'm like, they shit is perfect. Like, that shit is on point. It's so clean. It's so organized. It's like
At the bar.
It's convenient. So I just emulated mine after that, like professional people. And obviously, honestly, that helped people even feel more comfortable with paying me more. Just like seeing my way.
It's like they're comparing. Like if this person asks for this, though, that's what I do in my career. When I know that there's a certain position I want, I would see what people know that who are doing that job, like any kind of skills they have, like certain software, or code or something like that. And I'll be like, let me learn how to do that. And then, it's like you said, you just start to adopt that type of stuff. So that way you can be a first priority. Like I'll get chosen for the job over somebody else, or people will appreciate the little things. Like it's so many random stuff that I know that people be like, oh, you know how to do that? I'm like, yeah, so you need me around here.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because my clients sometimes will try to veer off and shout other people because it'll be cheaper, or maybe they're just like they're working and want to try it out, and they always end up coming back. They're like, you know what? Honestly, we ain't gonna find this. I'm like, yeah, stop trying to cheat on me. But next week I'm gonna be going to LA for 2 days, I think.
Okay.
For work.
For who? What artist? Can you say?
Flo Milli shit.
Hey, period. I didn't know that you exist. Make sure see if she can do a drop for us.
Oh, for sure. I can definitely get her to do that.
Oh, that'll be fine. I didn't know that your other podcast exists.
Okay. Well, now she got some stuff coming up, so I'm gonna be on the road with her. Not on the road, but like when she has to do stuff, I'm gonna be going with her.
Come on.
So then there's some events that RCA is having this week. I don't work with Mulatto no more. However, me and
How
her.
do you know that you don't work with somebody no more? They just don't be booking you no more?
Well, the thing is, I was filling in for another artist anyway.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. That's that. I was filling in for another artist, but I'm cool with the artist and I'm cool with Mulatto. So, anytime she has something, I'm pretty much trying to be there or try to support it, just because, she is around. She signs to the same label my fucking clients are signed to, so I see her all the time. I'm out with her. When I go out, she comes. So it's
Come on, celebrity, y'all. I'm on the phone with a celebrity, y'all.
Hey.
Wow, you famous.
I wish.
Do people be assuming you rich because you work with some of these folks?
People literally call me a celebrity, and be dead ass for real. Like this girl, I was at the W doing my client module, looking jacked up. Did not have a haircut, had hair all over the place. It's about 1:30 in the morning. I'm tired, carrying my chair, all my bags. I got down to valet to get my car, and this girl came up, and she was like, "Your name Draco." I said, "How can you tell? I have on a mask and a shield." And she's like, "I could just tell." Like, she was like, "Can you take a picture with me?" I said, "Yeah, can it be a selfie?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Because I got all these bags. I want to put them on the ground." She was like, "Yeah, that's cool." So she took the picture. She took like 3 of them. And then she was trying to record a video. And I'm like, "What you doing?" Because she said, "I just want a video of you by yourself. I ain't never met no celebrity before." And
wow.
I said, "What?"
Yeah, I would feel kind of funny. It's like when a little kid call you ma'am or sir. It's like, excuse me?
Yeah, she was like, "I never met no celebrity." I was like, I said,
"Hey, take it."
I don't like that. The only reason why I say I don't like that is because I feel like that takes away from my job, because people be assuming that, and then they assume that I don't touch regular people.
Oh, true. You did say that.
Yeah, they feel like I don't do regular people makeup, and I'm like, that's not the case. Like, I definitely take in clients from everywhere. There's like, you don't have to be a celebrity to get booked by me.
Come on, humility.
Humility, and also running cash up, like
okay, and running cash back and big contest. Hey, now that's what's up. I really like Big Lotto. I can't wait for her to get bigger than she is. I mean, she's definitely gaining some momentum.
She on the come up. Yes. I said she on the come up. I feel like a lot of people just be needing that big label push behind them, but it's real sketchy though, because especially if you're somebody who writes your own music, that could really bite you in the ass later on down the line.
Because
And I learned that the
you
long
might
way.
not. The people at the label probably have that sound. They know that it's gonna work for you. But that
No,
also crips
no.
up
If
sometimes.
you write your music, and most of the times when you sign to a label, they own your publishing and your and all that, so you don't get royalties off of that shit ever because they own it. They own your publishing and all that. So that's why a lot of people are independent, or when they get money, they just buy all of their masters, because Mariah Carey, she owns all of her music. Michael Jackson owns all of his music. Beyonce doesn't own her music because she don't even write her music.
Yeah, she did back in the day on Destiny's Child.
Yeah, the songs that she wrote, she definitely, but realistically, it's a lot. It's only a few artists. Ariana Grande owns hers, I think.
Man, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and that's like very like, I hold people to high standards when they do that, you know.
Yeah.
And I it's so sad because I see people like Dawn Richard from Dirty Money or Danity Kane, whichever one you know her from, but she's independent, and she just always talks about on her Twitter how she just never wants to sign to a major label because she makes more money as an independent artist, even though people don't even know her like that. But even whatever she get, whatever record she sell,
Goes
whatever
in her pocket.
is hers. You know what
And
I'm saying?
imagine your son. Do you remember that when that at night I think
Yeah.
that going viral? It makes me think about that. Like somebody don't own their masters, and maybe the height of their career has gone away. They got so much more like, visibility because of that trend that was going on. And it's like, dang, imagine your royalties just kicking back crazy like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember a few months ago when Megan's song came out, she sampled Eazy-E, how his daughter came out saying they couldn't use the song, but realistically, I'm like, he probably don't even own it.
Yeah,
he
you're
probably
right.
didn't own it. It probably wasn't his song.
Hey, they did that. I get it though, but it's like everything ain't as simple as it looks. And I feel like Twitter does that stuff too. It's like y'all don't even know how this works.
Listen, I watch people talk about my clients on Twitter and like come up with conspiracy theories. I'm like, that ain't even how that went.
I'm sick of the mulatto movement. I get why people are upset about it, but like, what y'all gonna do? Call a big lotto. Like, what you gonna do?
I don't know. I feel like Black people in general, we definitely identify people by their skin tone. Like we'll be like, oh, dark skin Alicia.
Dark skin Lisa. Big bang Lisa.
Dark skin Lisa. My thing is, light skin Keyshia is definitely light skin. I mean, I literally look at her this close to my damn face and I see her.
I think when people say light skin, they mean like high yellow.
Anywho, I don't get it.
I get it. I felt the same way. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
it's so dumb. People use nigga.
Huh?
People use nigga. So why people use? I mean, in general, like people just say nigga, like just in like the niggas and they say bitches and all this other stuff. So the fact that she's calling herself mulatto, she's not saying it she's literally just owning it.
She has explained countless times why she was. I get it. I don't have a problem with that. And with light skin Keyshia, when I first discovered her, I definitely was thinking like, is she light skinned? But I never had a problem with it. I literally left that thought right then and there and then carried on with my life.
Yeah, people. It's just the fact that when people see other people blowing up, they start bringing up other stuff.
Yeah, they want you to make it, and then when you make it, they want to bring it down. Cardi was talking about that with Megan the other day.
Yeah. It's crazy. I hate it. Cardi actually was talking about the fact that she hasn't made not $1 from her music.
Yeah, that's
ain't it crazy? Like out of all the music that she's put out so far, she hasn't seen. Honestly,
I can't imagine that feeling, like doing work and not getting paid directly from your creation.
Imagine having the number one song in the country, a Grammy, all this stuff, and not even getting
and Grammys don't pay
dollar
bills
from the music. I think that's what that's another reason why Nicki Minaj goes so hard. I hate to even bring her in the conversation, but realistically, she's just somebody who kind of opened that door because realistically, Lil' Kim didn't own her music either, and she didn't write it. So the fact that Nicki owns her shit and she writes it, she gets money from all that. She gets money from her musical shows, and it's all hers. So that's why she always said.
I feel like, no offense to Cardi, I love Cardi, but I feel like she was created to into an artist. Like, do you think her intent was to be a rapper? I don't think so.
No. I mean, obviously not. She definitely started out as
a personality
online. But honestly, I think that just opened up a new wave, because that's just the current state of entertainment and music that we in. They keep picking these people from YouTube and Instagram, and they molding them into artists, and they're not naturally artists.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I mean,
what can you do?
What can you do?
We ain't gonna bore y'all with industry talk, even though somebody gonna be like, I want to hear more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people don't know about. It's a lot of behind. I said that I actually wanted to like just do that for YouTube, because I think a lot of people want to be a celebrity makeup artist or work in the industry. And honestly, I think that I grew tough skin because of this. I grew up in the hood. I feel like that definitely molded me to have tough skin, but realistically, this is not for the faint heart.
We need an artist manager to come on the show and talk about. I reached out to one that I know, but she said that
I reached out to one too, and she said that she would do it. And I'm gonna talk about this on air because I'm holding her accountable before I bring it up, Ebony Ward. But yeah, she said she would come on, and that would be good. She manages Future and Gunna.
Yeah, my connect. I don't gonna say connect, but the person I know, she work at QC, but she be so busy. Like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna assume she ain't gonna make
so
it.
busy.
Yeah.
Especially when they artists be putting out music. I'm like, dang, I can't.
Let me tell you, pre-COVID, actually, she's not even an artist manager. She's like an exec. Last time I checked, she got a new position title, according to what I saw at Motown Instagram the other day. But before COVID, literally every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, she'd be in a different city. Like, it just be like a lot. But all right, honey. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Sorry for the late episode, y'all. It's been so much going on. Like, I'm still kind of stressed out. I hope I was able to give my all this episode, but it's just, I just got so much going on. I can't even explain it, but we're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. See you next week. Next week, I hopefully have my outline ready for the I'm gonna do a credit card hack episode.
Oh, period. I need to be here for that.
You better. But all right.
Maybe I can up my limit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anywho.
All right. About to hit in.